When does my watch?
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he... Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
Market I go.
Our soldiers need better training.
Come rain or shine, I'll make the best of it.
Well met, son.
These writings could be of import. Good day, sir.
Oh, I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look at these bows. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny I am curious about them. That's all 'tis, mind, curiosity. I have no desire to actually own one of these contraptions myself, and even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. It would be unseemly for an elf to aspire to such a thing, no matter how they fascinate me. It isn't to be. You would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. You have my gratitude. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect, such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. I suppose that comes from using different materials. Why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrows simply will not strike true. The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery, a time-honored elven custom. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I have been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seem to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own people's. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so, though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own. Say, would you be willing to give me a demonstration? It might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, you gifted me this bow. I only ask that you show me how to wield it. Many thanks. I'm indebted to you twofold, but this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to meet me by the ruins north of Trevo Mine? That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display of bowmanship much better there. I do hope you'll join me. For now, I shall bid you farewell.
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
might I be of service?
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far.
Need anything?
Stop by again soon.
How might I be of service?
I cannot stand to remain here another moment.
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or greatswords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you, unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
We shall have to scour, high and low.
Hoi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. I'd be grateful for aught you can reclaim, truly. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den. From the tell of it. Pray do be careful. If aught were to go awry, 'twould weigh heavily on my heart. But no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life, eh?
That is quite...
This looks as good a place as any.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here. As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
We have been...
There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation. There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Disa demanded Waldar amend the code of Vermont to her own benefit, and many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
friend? Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map. You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks.
Let us make getting proper rest is an important duty in its own right. My temporary master was a bloodthirsty one, ready to charge into battle at even a glimpse of a monster's tail.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust? I have a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I can even mark them on your map. Over many fierce battles was our bond forged. My shield is ever at your beck and call. 'Twill be an honor to serve by your side.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Fair travels, Arisen. I shall remember you always.
If ever you've need of an ear to listen, you have...
I've just remembered a curious rumor I overheard once. Seems there's an illness pawns can catch beyond the rift that has devastating consequences for those around.
The Goblin's lair. I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. 'Twould bring me peace of mind to know someone taught them a lesson.
A treasure chest! Shall we see if we can't make our way...
Pray, call upon me again another time. My master from beyond the rift seeks the self-same item we just delivered.
The Goblin. I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiend. Twould bring me peace of mind.
Well, it takes two to make a sale. And this seller had nothing to tempt us with. Our funds are better spent elsewhere.
The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality. In all Vernworth. Much obliged.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to attack.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melv? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you? welcome and well... met. Don't think I've forgotten your discount now. I'll knock a few gold pieces off aught you buy. So spend away, my good sir. Do come again.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by... Where ventured a hero off left of the page.
Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Pray, allow me to show you the way. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermon's eastern edge. That's not far from here.
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
Pray, follow me. There's a shorter path we might take now. Allow me to show you.
We found a hidden path. This sort of discovery really lifts the spirits.
Do you mean to proceed? My, you're a bold one.
A worthy accomplishment.
Aren't you coming, Master? I'm down here.
I could do this all day! The creature's corpse will serve us well.
Go right ahead. I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I'm up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste. Lucky us. That's worth taking.
Nice armor you've got. It looks better on me,
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
Another statue. Mayhap 'twill yield us aught of use.
Climbing it would grant a clearer picture of our environs.
Drop all your valuables, and I might be very legal.
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful. This boulder looks mighty heavy, but we might just be able to move it if we combine our efforts.
Shall we set it rolling?
There, Master! Saurians!
Ice will be most effective against this foe.
Protect the shipment! Steel yourself! Cut the fiends down! Don't let them touch the shipment!
V! How did this happen? We must defend the cargo! They're a tenacious lot.
Most impressive, Master!
Impeccable!
It was a glorious success.
Would that we might always be so in step.
I thank you for coming to our aid. That was a tight spot you saved us from. And what luck! Nary a scratch on the wares to show for it.
Over here, if you please.
And here I was hoping for some great treasure. Ah, now I feel a fool.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
One of us has been drenched!
Five ashes are at your disposal.
Wanna die? Not like this. Follow me, if you would.
Might there be aught over there?
We ought to take a closer look. That was superb, Arisen.
Now here's a surprise.
The thrill of discovery never gets old.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
This journey looks to be a long one. What say we make things easier on ourselves by seeking an ox cart services?
'Tis as you say.
Fine. Out of this ox cart's bound for Vernworth. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
We have reached our destination.
Ah, how I've longed to embrace my bedroll. Our adventure continues. I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the hunt for new finds. 'Tis our duty to bring the beasts low. I'm yours to command, Arisen. I found a place with some useful materials for enhancing our equipment. I've marked it down on the map.
Another day.
Oh, lost. Making a living as a soldier.
Well, that wasn't the homecoming I envisioned. I knew this would be the bad way.
You've been doused in oil! You must stay clear of fire!
My magics are at your disposal. Ah, a material. Useful things, these.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
should... Your skills have come a long way. Well done. I endeavor to make the fullest use of my experience.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard.
One of our number is unconscious.
My magic are at your disposal. We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
As I recall, we have another matter to attend.
Leave the finding of equipment-enhancing materials to me, Master. I shall sniff them out and mark them on your map.
Pray, follow me.
I've got a good feeling about this one. At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
You're soaked. Do try not to catch cold.
Huzzah! There's ore to be found here.
Ore is heavy, but well worth its weight. We have arrived.
It's hard to find my footing in this darkness.
I will protect protect you.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself.
Here we go again.
If we must, let us finish this quickly.
Zion.
My magics are at your disposal. Fear not, this spell will empower you with elemental magic. Saved again. I'll redeem myself yet.
You truly are formidable, Arisen. Tis done.
Not a bad idea.
Let us press on with our next objective. Unless you've any objections arisen, I will plot our course from the nearest location. We were to make for Harve Village, as I recall. 'Tis not far from here. You have my admiration. I doubt even my own master has obtained an article so rare.
'Tis broken. And with it, our path forward. We'll have to find another route.
Nothing else for it, I suppose.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
That is most fortuitous.
I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each other's strengths.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to...
Their location when we need them most. Magics are at your disposal. More of
At once, Master. Shan't allow any further harm to come to me. Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my clothes.
You too? Oh, glad I'm not the only one. That's the spirit! Think nothing of it. Not a bad idea.
Let us press on with our next objective. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? We were to make for Harv Village, as I recall. It is not far from here. Follow me, if you would. I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
It is not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid.
Let us proceed to the next location. On to the nearest location. We were to make for Harv Village, as I recall. 'Tis not far from here.
You'd think they'd have learned from the last lot that we're not to be trifled with.
Its battle cannot be avoided. Tis fight or die.
Fear not. 'Tis well in hand.
Oi, you there! If you're fit to fight, give us a hand. Pray, lend us your...
We're in your debt.
Scatter the goblins!
Yon chest lies just beyond our reach.
One could almost think this was done to vex us.
You've a strong arm. The goblins are well routed. You have my thanks. 'Twas a simple patrol mission, till we walked into their ambush. Those cursed things caught us entirely unawares. I don't know where we'd be if you hadn't come along. I pray you'll let me repay the favour, if e'er there's a chance.
Danger might lurk anywhere, where every shadow and mind the scene.
Be sure to keep your wits about you.
Tis broken. Ah, but hold a moment. Methinks I espy a way through.
Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
Let us make haste for the nearest town. I'd rather sell our pickings at market than toss them aside. way. Slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Isn't it about time we had ourselves a meal? Oh, what I wouldn't give for a bowl of hot stew.
They say thieves strike swift as the wind and sudden as a thunderbolt. I shall endeavor not to disappoint.
At least I go knowing I fought to the best of my ability.
It will be an honor to serve by your side.
Unless my eyes deceive me, there's something down there.
I'm saved. Thank you, Arisen.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Wolves, Master!
You pulled that off with nary a hitch. Will be a rude shock for our foe to find with each then. My magics are at your disposal. A fine display of skill.
I can do no less in service to the Arisen.
Not a bad idea.
I'll save you.
Go where your help is needed.
look upon this sky for all eternity. If 'twasn't for the crick in my neck.
Keep gazing upward and you're like to stumble, Aaron.
Are yours to wield.
No miracles will bring us victory. We ought to withdraw and rethink our approach.
Let me think of that a while.
It is one of the tasks my own master laid me down. I should like to see it done if you've no objection. I would be glad of your assistance. Master set for me.
Not a bad idea.
Poison is a nasty affliction. That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it? I have a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. Where ought we to go now?
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. Where ought we to go now?
Prod me if you must, Master. But where to next, Arisen? What say we get some rest? I'm not sure I could face a trek with my belly so full.
Agreed. We ought to give ourselves a chance to recover ere we continue on our journey.
Oh, true to your word, you have come. Let us begin at once. I should like to observe your form first and foremost. So stand here and take your aim at yon targets. You have my gratitude. I learned much from you just now. In fact, I have made a discovery. Unlike those of elven make, bows crafted by other races are designed for keen aim. Is that not so? But I can see this is no revelation for you. I expect you thought this design common to all bows, yes? Not so for those of elven make, however. Our bows are crafted to guide not the hand, but the heart. Mayhap you will find the sentiment strange, but such is the perspective of elven kind. We are taught that arrows loosed with proper form will strike true, as if 'tis all a matter of poise, I admit. I find it rather baffling myself. Perhaps that is why my bowmanship has failed to improve. Yet with this bow, I begin to understand. Let us see if I fare any better now. Huzzah! What a feat! I can hardly believe it. Every last arrow found its mark. Dead center. This marvel is nothing at all like an elven bow. The design allows for ease of aim and steadfast flight of each arrow. To think that I should feel such a difference. Mayhap I am more suited to a bow of foreign make than one of my own people's. 'Tis a strange thought. But how else to explain it? My arrows have not soared so true in all my days. I'd nearly given up on myself. Yet 'twould seem I am not without talent after all. My performance with this bow has divested me of such doubts. But the ingenuity of this design... If only my people would take heed. 'Tis all very well to talk of honing one's form, but why should we not perfect the tool so integral to our customs? I am decided. I shall take this bow back to the arbor. With this as my weapon, I have no doubt I shall pass my trial of archery.
It seems Sir Glenville's doubts no longer plague him. May his newfound confidence see him through his trial of archery.
I knew it to be so.
Onward. Our work is not yet done. Unless you've any objections arisen, I will plot our course from the nearest location. We were to make for Harve Village, as I recall. 'Tis not far from here. Pray, follow me. There's a shorter path we might take now. Allow me to show you.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste. This spell will empower you. Elemental magic.
Have my protection!
You've my gratitude. This is for you. Take it with my thanks.
Follow me, if you will. You do your vocation proud.
A flawless execution. Just think what we could achieve if we honed our talents further. Ooh, I can't wait to find.
How are we to get through this door?
Did anyone else see that? What catches the light?
We ought to take a closer look.
Would you mind coming over here?
Look there, a chest. Allow me to open it, Arisen.
Have a gander at my wares. You shan't regret it.
Hope to see you again ere long.
The Arisen has been drenched!
Not a bad idea. Tranquil.
'Tis best to leave harmless creatures be.
A flesh wound. I can handle that. Hold on. Stay right there.
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this. By your leave, Arisen.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
Careful, Master! We know not what to expect from this enemy! Look out, Arisen! We're under attack!
our best.
So it goes. My magic are yours to wield.
I shall finish this for the rivers!
Over here, if you please.
Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
You're asking for it. Slipper of titanium. Take that!
You are most gracious. 'Tis but a trifle, but I pray you will accept it.
I can proceed no further. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. Yon statue may yield new sights, if we can reach it.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close.
Oh, you've come to a dangerous place. Scaly beasts make this their den. A small force ventured inside. I'll not stop you if you wish to explore, but don't look for my aid if aught goes awry.
Here we are.
Understood. I shall proceed ahead.
Fine. There's a haze over my eyes. Can anyone hear me? We need help. I don't want to fall here.
Damn blizzard! Is this where I'm to draw my last? Consarn it!
My battles are at your disposal.
The same foe? Again?
You pull back very it will be a rude shock for our foe to find you pitch their loot.
I am in your debt, sir. Thanks to your valor, I shall live to fight another day.
Forgive me, but I cannot guide you from here. Onward. Our work is not yet done. Unless you've any objections arisen, I will plot our course from the nearest location. We were to make for Harv village, as I recall. 'Tis not far from here.
That then.
Splendid.
You're not one of ours. Have you come to save us? Forgive me. I cannot... Would you aid me in reaching the entrance?
We shall have to crane our necks to spot our foes in a place like this.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Wow now, this is unexpected. I never thought we'd come out here of all places.
A fine showing.
all in all, a job well done. Waitstone shards are treasures to be prized, though only when made whole can they work their magic.
We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it.
Honored to be called to your side of it.
Shall we report this development to Captain Bront? Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
How many of their ilk must we defeat? Master, my heart... Hang in there, Master! I am coming to assist!
went in there to save my fellow soldiers. Well now. I underestimated you, friend. I shall send word of your deeds to the captain. You've done well this day. I thank you. We'll see to the rest of this mess. You need not trouble yourself further.
Oh, I'm saved. You have my gratitude, friend. Were it not for your aid, I'd have died a dog's death.
Hold, sir. I'd rethink pressing onward if I were you. The village is crawling with Saurians. Forgive me. I didn't mean to startle you. I used to call this place home, you see, in times more peaceful. You're the Arisen, are you? Well, that's something. We were hoping to reclaim our village, but it doesn't seem we'll have much luck. We fled when the dragon attacked some days past, thinking we'd return once the baleful thing was gone. Easier said than done, clearly. In our absence, a basque of Saurians have made our homes their own. What are we to do? The guards not like to send soldiers all the way out here. But mayhap they needn't at all. You are the Arisen, aye? Could we trouble you to aid us in our hour of need? Please, sir, do something, anything about the Saurians infesting our village.
A basque of Saurians has made its nest within the village. But not for long, if we have any say in the matter.
Careful now. That was a skillful bit of thinking. You do your own thing proud. Shall we report our results?
Is the deed done, good Arisen? Oh, thank you, thank you. We shall all be able to return to our homes at last. I can hardly wait to bring these tidings to the other villagers. I dare say we'll have this place livable again ere long. I cannot thank you enough. Long will you be known as a friend to our village. If you happen to pass by, do come visit us, won't you? I should like for you to see this place as 'twas afore the dragon's attack. For your sake, as well as ours, we'll do our utmost to see the village restored.
With this, the peril has passed. Still, perhaps we ought to visit the village again anon, just to be certain.
We've arrived well enough. Where to next? Oh, there's something written here.
Shall we take a closer look?
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered? Will that be all, then? Let me see. What else can I tell?
Do come again!
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Ah! I see you have a great sword. You may now change your vocation to warrior. If you would prefer to register a sorcerer, you would... Greetings. Welcome here. We conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocation. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say...
Have you found any of the items we discussed,
Always a pleasure.
I see you favor the Vanguard, Master.
Here, we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with,
do come again.
Would you mind coming over here? We have reached our destination.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak? You will want to hear this. 'Tis information of great import. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, Your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge among the people that 'twas you who delivered them from danger. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen grows by the day. Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when Disa can no longer deny your presence. And ere it slips my mind. Pray, take this. 'Tis a symbol of my own gratitude.
Excellent work, Master. We have fulfilled our duty to satisfaction.
Indeed, you've culled more than your fair share of monsters. I expect tales of your valor will soon be told in taverns.
Well said.
Getting proper rest is an important duty in its own right. I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the chain of command. What manner of foe is this? I've never seen the like. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Oi there, Fred. All I ask is that you hear my request. What of my thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melv again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the carts. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melv. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid! I knew I was right to put my faith in you. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I take a seat at the station to wait. And mind you don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice, and I would advise against trying any funny business. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see, in case it encounters any monsters out on the road. So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets to Sir Leonard, then come find me when the job's done. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favour and all. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to...
We ought not keep the recipient waiting.
What ought I to do?
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
I wouldn't mind a chance to doze off as the hills roll by.
This ox cart's bound for Melv. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Beg pardon, sir. I mustn't be distracted. If this
Let
is where
me
I
think
fall...
on this.
Twas a bumpy ride, but we've arrived all the same.
Damn dragon. Hurry, everyone! Get yourselves to safety!
You go with them. I'll fell that thing myself. There you are.
yourself. 'Twas a lesson in determination. Somehow I knew you'd come. You have my gratitude as well, sir.
Ulrika, glad I am to see you unharmed. You must
forget this. Thank you. Truly. We're saved.
That wasn't the dragon, but a poor imitation of it. No wonder I feel so hollow. Sigurd, you're the current Arisen, aren't you? I pray you do not walk the same path as I have. 'Tis a style all my own. A patchwork of techniques, honed for the sole purpose of slaying the dragon.
A firm resolve has taken root in my heart since we met. I may be past my prime as a fighter, but I can still teach. And if anyone can master this technique, 'tis you. Go on, humor an old man.
Life's been pretty kind to me.
This walking's made my legs ache.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now.
I'll go and open the...
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself.
Do come again.
You cut a resplendent figure as a mystic spearhand, Master.
'Tis thrilling to ponder our future battles.